always a home to just one family, Derbyshire's Tissington Hall appears at peace with this invasion from the most haunted crew. But in a property that once suffered civil warfare, Derek's senses venture even further afield, with references to a 12th century Viking craftsman on this land. Now back on the ground floor, we head to the dining room, an immaculately preserved space that until just a century ago was actually a kitchen.
See, as we've come into this room, there's two gentlemen, two men, and a lady very prominent. Now, I feel that the one gentleman, spirit, and lady are connected. They were here together. It might be husband and wife, it could be father and daughter, but they were connected and they had great, it's like they owned this place. They were, you know, like lord and lady type of energies. But the other one, I feel there was a fear factor with him, and people respected him but felt, oh, we better not do anything. And it was him that I feel had housed people here for their wrongdoings, stealing and stuff like that.
Do you have a family name?
Not yet, Evie.
Right.
What would be heard in here, but I don't feel it's on like a regular basis. It would be, you'd hear laughter, you'd hear people, you know, as if they were eating.
Right,
and noises
so
like
that would be dining room.
Yeah, so. you get that. But I don't say that you're going to get that on a regular basis.
Right.
Derek's findings were of interest, particularly as he had just been made aware of an imposing member from the family's past. But could he provide the name that links all of these faces with this house? And would we clarify which Fitzherbert he had encountered?
Now, as we come into this room, and I'm coming along the passageway, and I was made very aware when I was talking downstairs about these two men and a lady, apart from the Viking individual. I get this movement coming right along here, and a graceful movement that is born out of the lady. And they seem, for some reason, to be very, very keen to be up here. In actual fact, I would say it's here where they, you know, in visitation their portal, okay, you know, they come in. William, one of the men is William, and yes, Fitzherbert, William Fitzherbert is the man that comes here.
Right.
Very authoritative. Very authoritative.
No, this is husband and wife that you picked up downstairs?
Yes.
So this is around the 1600s then, is that?
Well, I can't say unless that's given to me.
Right.
Go on. Who's the other one? The total different one? He comes into these bedrooms. Okay. Who is it? So I'm saying Richard. Richard who? Richard who, Sam? Just put it in front of you, go on. Richard Fitzherbert. It's the same link, same family link. Now,
so when were they here? When was William here?
Okay. Now, I'm getting two dates now. I don't know what, at this moment who he's referring to, but just quickly flashed, okay. I just say, one seems to be leading towards 1600 and something. And the other goes way forward, I feel, to 1700 and something, okay?
Right.
So there's a difference of that period of time. Okay, the lady that walks here, okay, her first name is Margaret.
Right.
Margaret. What? He's given me also another lady that comes here, Sarah. Now, again, not one of these spirit people are actually grounded here. It's visitation. I don't feel that these lovely souls, they want to keep to themselves. They're a retiring lot, they're a kindred lot. I don't feel any evil whatsoever or bad intent here.
3 doors along lies a far different environment, one that allegedly saw a young female Fitzherbert lose her life tragically a century and a half ago in this room. But what did Derek feel as he stepped into bedroom number 4?
Someone has come through into this room at maybe a regular basis, irregular, and has been talking and left it in the atmosphere about the Duke visiting. The Duke visiting. And they were getting everything ready, and they were the household had to be, absolutely, all the staff had to be doing their work because the Duke was coming. Whoever the Duke is, whatever Duke, I've felt all along here that a lot of high esteemed people have actually come and stayed here, and their residual energy, just a tinge of it's still in the atmosphere.
Right.
So it's been, in its time, I feel, over its period of time, for how long it's been, there's been a lot of happy, a very busy household.
Derek's findings appear to verify the tales that Tissington has told for over 400 years, that of a Derbyshire home that holds only austere energies. With David Wells also arriving at the hall, we were able to obtain his reading, and where better to begin than the docile dining room, now far removed from the hustle and bustle of servants scurrying to tend their master's needs.
I don't really sense any activity, if I'm being honest. Even residually, all I sense is... I actually sense a big bench along here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if this has been redesigned. It feels more like a skivvies area.
Oh, really?
Or like a pantry or a kitchen or a, book polishing room or something. I know that sounds a bit...
No,
do you
but
know
you're
what I mean?
picking
The
up on
sense
pictures of what it was before.
Yes.
So you think this was possibly a servant's area or a kitchen or something like that, rather than what it is now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it seems to me that... it seems odd to me. I was fighting with it because you would expect, because the natural order of things is it's further down in the house, isn't it?
Richard, is that sorry to call you
It's absolutely correct again. The panelling is quite old and I presume has come from somewhere else, probably another part of the building, but originally this was the kitchen. And that area there, of course, would be a huge kitchen range, and this is where the cooking with the spits would be there.
Right.
This was the main kitchen for the house.
It was quite a small kitchen for a big house.
Yeah, but of course, remember, it wasn't such a big house in the 1600s.
Yes,
it was much smaller stone-built house, and your main hall sort of down there. They'd have probably dined in there. And this is your kitchen.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't need a kitchen that big.
But for activity-wise, you wouldn't think this is not an active room
It doesn't
at all?
feel active to me at all, no.
Okay.
Not at all.
All right.
So, although correctly identifying its past, David feels that this former service area doesn't resonate with spiritual activity. So I was keen to hear his views on room 4, the first floor bedroom that is thought to have witnessed an horrific family tragedy that haunts the Fitzherbert family to this very day.
I'm very conscious of a female. She is, in ghostly terms, a whaler. Ever since I started walking around this place, I've sensed a fire. Now, I can't... My head, my head burns or it feels as if it's burning if we sense a fire. But it seems very much why this woman, she's actually on fire as she's running up and down right through these halls. And I would suggest that that's why people feel, when they sleep in these rooms, they feel that almost like a panic. And it can make, depend on the individual, feel anxious, feel nauseous, whatever. And that's why she's going, I'm here. She just seems to be almost like a nightgown. What I'm sensing is like a nightgown going on fire and flames. And it's almost like, well, she's falling against things. She's setting fire to everything.
Oh, my God.
She is almost demented with the pain.